3, 2, 1. And we're live. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of... Well, actually, this is actually the first episode on this channel. You guys might have seen me on my other channel, which is where I release my podcast. For anybody who's interested, it's called Blinders Podcast. But that's where I was releasing my sports picks and predictions. But I decided to make a new channel because not everybody who watches my podcast wants to bet on games or, you know, just know what I have to say. Like, they don't want to see or listen to what I have to say about sports. So I made this separate channel that's called YankSoccerBets. See, I don't remember the name. YankSoccerBets. And I know in the previous one I said I wasn't going to call it soccer because most people around the world call it football. But I'm a fucking Yank. Hence the name YankSoccerBets. So that's what I'm going to call it and fucking deal with it, right? I'm going to be more laid back too. I said I was going to try to be as professional as possible, but you know what? I'm just going to be myself. So, yeah, let's get right into it. This is match day. Hold on. See, just shows how prepared I am. Next up, it's match day 32. Okay, for the Premier League. I was absent for match day 31st, although I did put in my bets. It was a winning week. A lot of them were pretty much given. They were all fucking easy wins. This week it's a little more tricky, so I am gonna pass on multiple games, but I'm still gonna give my opinion on them. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first game, Aston Villa. Sorry guys, I'm way too loud. My yo. Sorry, testing. Yo, sorry guys. I apologize for the sound. But Aston Villa versus Wolves is the first match. And that is on Saturday here in the States, and it's at 4:30 a.m., so I'm not going to wake up to watch that game. However, I am going to give you my picks, and Wolves have been in great form since the break. Even before the break, Nuno just has them great. Like, they're just having a great season for Wolves standard, you know. And Aston Villa, not so much. I'm honestly surprised that they got a draw. Actually, I'm not that surprised they got a draw with Newcastle. But Aston Villa they look like they're gonna get relegated, unfortunately for them. So, I mean, you take out some of their top players, and like they don't have a good team, you know? And, you know, obviously their top player, excuse me, sorry guys. Again, I'm not very prepared. Oh shoot, sorry. I apologize. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. I'm sorry. My phone's acting up. But yeah, I'm surprised that they got a draw against Newcastle. I think they're gonna lose this game against Wolves, unfortunately. And Wolves, being Wolves, they get most of their goals second half. They really tire the team down, and then they eventually get one or two goals in the second half. They don't usually win by many goals. So Aston Villa here is at plus 370. Wolves is at minus 135. Over and under is at 2.5. Over being at plus 120, and under being at negative 150. So the bookies know that this is going to be a short scoring game. It could be a 1-0, 2-0 game. I don't see Villa scoring. So just a straight up Wolves win, money line at negative 135 is a good bet without pushing it. But if you want to, I'm using Bovada again, by the way. Sponsor me, Bovada. But if you want to take a bit more risk that has a higher payout, you could do Wolves let me see. Wolves and under, you could do two bets. You could do Wolves and under 4.5 at even money. So that's a great bet because again, I think they're only gonna. This is gonna be like a 1 or 2 goal game. If you want to push it and risk it a little more, you could do Wolves and under 3.5 goals at plus 130, which is also a great bet. But Wolves here is definitely gonna win. I see a 1-0 game or a 2-0 game. I don't see Aston Villa scoring. Next game, Watford versus Southampton. Okay, Watford after the break they're at the bottom of the table. They're at the bad half of the table, but I didn't think they were going to get relegated before the break. After the break, they haven't been having good games, unfortunately. However, against Southampton, I see a draw here. Well, first let me get Watford is at plus 140. Southampton's at plus 200. Over and unders at 2.5. At overs at plus 110 and unders at negative 140. I'm gonna stay away from this game off the bat. So just to let you guys know, I maybe see Watford edging this game, but a draw seems the most likely thing to happen. Excuse me. Yeah, Watford. Unfortunately they lost against Burnley, which I didn't think was gonna happen. I thought Watford were gonna edge that win there, because you saw Burnley get smashed by Man City. Then again, it is Man City, so you can't really blame them for that. But and Southampton, the way I say it with the fucking American accent, huh? Southampton versus Arsenal. Again, I was leaning towards Southampton to win. And because Arsenal have just been dreadful, the fact that they extended David Luiz's contract is beyond me. But whatever. I'm not a gunner. I'm not a fucking gunner. So I don't care. But yeah, it's just they were Southampton up top. Ings or Iggs. He didn't do anything. The whole game, and up top they didn't look like they were gonna score versus Arsenal versus fucking Arsenal. Granted, Arsenal, they didn't have David Luiz, which is a plus for them. But, yeah, they didn't look like scoring. And Watford against Burnley, I guess Burnley kind of deserved that win, but I thought Watford were going to edge that game. And I'm going to lean towards them again this game. However, I'm going to stay away from this. I'm not going to bet on this. But I see a draw or maybe Watford to edge it. So if you want to do Watford draw no bet, that is at negative 140, which is not bad. But I'm going to stay away from that game because I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Crystal Palace versus Burnley. This is another game that I'm going to stay away from. Again, Burnley got that win over Watford. However, I feel like Crystal Palace can edge this win. Crystal Palace is at plus 125. Burnley's at plus 235. Over and unders at 2 goals. Over at negative 105 and then under at negative 115. So I'm going to stay away from this game. I see Crystal Palace to edge it. However, I don't trust it. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. So I'm going to stay away from that game, and let's move on to the next game. That's going to be a boring-ass game. It's going to be, if you want to bet under 2 goals, by all means, I can see this be a 1-0 victory to Crystal Palace. Maybe Zaha gets a goal in there. Or maybe Burnley gets something from like a corner kick or a set piece inside the box with the ball going everywhere, and they just toe poke it in. So I could see this a 1-goal game, and if there's 2 goals scored, then you get your money back. So under 2 goals at negative 115 is not bad. But I'm going to stay away from that. Brighton versus Man United. Man United getting Pogba back, signing Bruno Fernandes. Martial with the hat trick for Matchday 31. I see nothing but a Man U win here. Man U is at negative 140. Brighton's at plus 395. And hold on, sorry guys. Looking at my notes here. Yeah. So what was that? I'm sorry. Brighton's at plus 395. The draw is at. Sorry, I have multiple notes everywhere, so I should probably be more organized. Draws at plus 260. Over and unders at 2.5 goals. Over at plus 110. Unders at negative 130. I see nothing but a Man U win. If you want to go for a straight Man U win at negative 140, that's not bad. And connected with the parlay. Or Man U to win and under 4.5 goals at plus 105 is a great bet too. I don't see them, demolishing Brighton. They're not bad in the back. They just don't put their chances away. They don't, as you can see, they were at a 0-0 tie against Leicester City, who let me down, by the way. We'll get to them in just a sec. So yeah, a Man U to win at under 4.5 is not too bad at plus 105. All right. Next game, we have Bournemouth versus Newcastle. Another game I'm gonna stay away from. Looks like a boring game. I'm gonna lean towards Newcastle. Maybe Saint Maxi or Saint. I feel like he can put one away. He's a great pacey winger, and I can see them edging it. And Newcastle's at plus 230. Bournemouth at plus 130. I'm gonna stay away from this game. I don't know what the hell's gonna go on in this game. Over and unders at 2.5 goals. Over at plus 135. Under at negative 165. But I'm gonna stay away from this game. Next game, we're gonna get to Arsenal versus Norwich. Okay, so this one's an iffy one for me because I'm gonna bet on it, but I'm not very confident. So Arsenal's at negative 215. Norwich is at plus 275. The draw is at plus 130. What? I didn't know what I put. Hold on, I have it right here. Plus 340. And over and under is at 2.5 goals. Over at negative 140. Under at plus 110. I'm going to go for an Arsenal win. And over 1.5 goals at negative 125. But I'm not confident. If you want to get... I feel like, they have Aubameyang. They have Lacazette. They got Pepe. So I feel like they should be scoring more goals, man. I don't know what it is. I mean, they did put their chances away against... who they play? I just said who they played. Against Brighton. But I don't know, man. You just can't trust Arsenal, Mikel... I can see his philosophy coming under Pep, but the players he has, it's just, I don't know, I can't trust them. But I'm going to go for an Arsenal win and over 1.5 goals at negative 125 and hope for that win. Next game, another boring game, Everton versus Leicester City. Leicester City have been letting me down these last two games. Their break did not do them well. Vardy's up top by himself. And he can't be doing everything. And then Everton, who scored in their last match 1 goal, came with the win. They got the win. They scored 1 goal, but they didn't look like they wanted to push for any more goals. Ancelotti, he scores 1 goal, and then he just wants to pack the bag and just not concede. And then they're playing against Norwich, who Norwich, again, they can't put their chances away. So neither team wanted to score. So after that 1 goal from Everton, I won the bet, gladly, but very boring match. So I think this is going to be another boring match. However, I feel like Leicester, after Chelsea got that big win versus Man City, I feel like Leicester are looking over their shoulders as Man U and Chelsea are creeping up on them for that 3rd position. And they're really desperate to get a win. So I can see them winning here. I really want them to win. I'm going to bet on a Leicester win, draw no bet at negative 110, which seems like a good bet. Over and unders at 2.5 at even for over and unders at negative 120. Everton's at plus 150. Leicester's at plus 175. So if you really, really want to risk it, plus 175 for Leicester's it's a really good bet. However, if you want to go on the safer side and go draw no bet for Leicester, negative 110 is also a great bet. Next game, West Ham versus Chelsea. I'm all in here for Chelsea. Chelsea are just in great form. What Lampard is doing over there is amazing. What my boy, the local fucking Yank Pulisic is doing, who I keep saying deserves to get a start. He's putting in the work. He knows Timo Werner is coming. Timo Werner is coming in next season, and Ziyech are coming in. So he's really putting the pressure on Lampard, and I see nothing but a Chelsea win here at negative 155. West Ham is at plus 400. Over and unders at 2.5. Over at negative 140. Under at plus 115. If you want to go for the straight Chelsea win, or you want to get more value out of it, I don't see Chelsea scoring more than 4 goals or West Ham scoring more than 1. So I can see this being like a 3-1, 2-1 kind of game, 2-0 kind of game. So Chelsea, I just named like every fucking possible scoreline, huh? So Chelsea under 4.5 at plus 105 is a great bet. Next game, I'm going to stay away from Sheffield versus Spurs. Spurs, although they have came back, they struggle to score. So, and Sheffield having a good back line. However, they can't put their chances away. I could see this a draw. Maybe Spurs nicks it with the 1-0 score line, maybe 2 goals. So I'm going to stay away from this. I don't know how this is going to go on. Sheffield are going to keep dropping the table. I think the break did not do them well. And Spurs, Spurs. Under Mourinho, you have no idea what you're going to get with Spurs. So I'm going to stay away. Spurs is at even. Sheffield is at plus 285. I'm going to stay away from this. Over and under is at 2.5. Over being at plus 110. Under being at negative 140. So if you want to do the under 2.5, out negative 140, I can see that happening. But I'm going to stay away from it. Okay, now the game of the week, which is Liverpool versus Man City. That's going to be the game to watch. Liverpool being champions. Congratulations. After 30 years. And Man City coming off a devastating loss against Chelsea, which I was not expecting. Good thing I did not bet on the money line in that game. I bet on both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. So I got that win. And Liverpool are at plus 215. Man City are at plus 110. Over and unders at 3 goals, both at negative 110. I mean, Liverpool being at plus 215, that's a giveaway, man. You're going to more than double your money on that. However, I can see this is a pride game. No one's playing for anything because Man City have too much of a gap to not come in second place and from Leicester City. And Leicester's dropping points left and right. So, and the quality Man City have. And Liverpool, I think they're so high because the bookies think that Liverpool's going to bench a lot of their players, rotate. And even if they don't, they're going to come from a hangover after partying all week long after their win. But I'm going to get on Liverpool. Liverpool to draw, no bet at plus 125. I think Klopp's going to rile them up. They're going to be like, look, we're champions. We can't let our rivals, Man City, come and beat us. Come and beat us after we were just named champions. Because then they're going to be like, what the fuck, champions. But then they just got beat in their next game, So I can see Liverpool. I think this is gonna be a draw. However, I'm gonna go for the Liverpool win. Liverpool's really high, and their draw no bet at plus 125 is a great bet, man. It's a giveaway, so I'm gonna go for that. But I think it's gonna be a draw. It could be a draw plus 265, but draws are really hard to bet on. So I'm going to go for a Liverpool win, draw no bet at plus 125. All right, guys, and that's it. This is the new channel for all my soccer/football bets. And I wish everybody luck. And I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Peace.